My name's Tommy Akers. I know y'all, most of y'all don't know me, but I met Yeager when I was 18 years old. I was working a job. Every penny I had, I put in this old car. And I'd run the dog shit out of it, and that's how I met him. Wide asshole. And he stopped me a couple days later, and he said, "You ran from me the other night, and that's a felony. I could take you to jail, take your car." I told him, I said, "Man, my car was messed up, and I had it on the floor. I was pissed off at it." He said, "Well, that's fine, but you didn't let up when you met me." I said, "Hell, I didn't even see you turn your blue lights on. I figured you knew where I lived. You'd follow me home." He said, "Fuck that. You're supposed to stop." He said, "I'm going to let you go, but no more of that dumb shit." And about 2 weeks after that, I see him downtown, Big Sandy, and blue lights and everything. I pull up, just going to watch the show because there's nothing to do in Big Sandy. And this old woman comes, I say old woman, she's in her mid-60s. She comes out of the house, she's got this big red mark on her face where somebody slapped the hell out of her. Her 30-something-year-old son, who's a crackhead, is standing there, and she said, "Officer, please don't arrest him." She says, "I woke him up from a dead sleep, and it was an accident. He didn't mean to do that." He said, "Ma'am, I'm sure it was." He said, "But for purpose of investigation and show of fairness to everybody, I have to hear his side of it, and I have to hear it away from you." She said, "Okay." So as soon as the door closes, he turns around and grabs him. He says, "Stop resisting." Slaps the fuck out of him. Hands him to the car, cuffs him up and throws him in there. And he looked at me, he said, "If that son of a bitch starts kicking the window, or kicking the doors, or throwing a fit, drag him out and monkey stomp that bastard." I said, "Okay." Every 10 minutes he comes out with an armload of dope. And the dude moved in here from Chicago or something. And he took him to jail. Of course, the guy was out in no time. And I told him, I said, "You know the dude's out?" He said, "Yeah, but he's leaving, and fuck him. I don't have to deal with him no more." And that was my introduction to how he conducted himself as a, police officer. And it made me want to be a cop. And I talked to him about it, and he says, "You don't understand." He said, That's not the way to be a cop. That won't never fly." He said, "I won't be a cop for long." He said, "I love the job doesn't love me." And thanks to him, if it wasn't for James and the way he was with me, I would have went another direction real bad. And he stopped that, and he was my friend. I'll miss him. And I know we're not supposed to get sad about none of that shit, but I sure am going to miss the guy.
That was your sad moment.
Yeah, he gave me a bunch of free classes and shit, and he was always on me to come back and take more classes. So I guess in closing, you guys keep taking these classes, because that was what he wanted more than anything. He wanted everybody to keep training, and wanted his family to be happy. And hell, he set up the American dream for you guys. And that's a fact. You guys have got the American dream constant. So that's all I got, guys.